Welcome to another installment of Soliant TV. My name is Mike Duncan with Soliant Consulting. In this episode, we'll be taking a look at using Ajax and post methods to submit data from a FileMaker database. This technique is similar to the script step insert from URL, but will also allow you to set headers, specify other methods, and control over how you structure the payload. You also have more control over the user experience, especially if you would prefer not to display a progress bar when performing this action. Just a quick demo. I've set up a request bin that uses our form action to submit our data here. That looks similar to what you would use with a HTTP post request in FileMaker 13. We'll go ahead and hit the submit button, get a response back, log there. It logs how long the response took. So let's take a look at the request bin that I set up. This is just a site that allows you to inspect how your form requests are coming across. So here we can see that it came across as a post request, gives you the length, gives you the user agent, content type, which we can have some control over using JavaScript, and the actual data that comes across. So we'll go back to our sample file, switch to another record that I've got set up as the content type as being JSON, and then the payload is actually going to be this snippet of JSON that comes through. Submit the data, we get a response back from the server. Let's take a look at how that shows up. Refresh our request bin, and we can see the JSON payload here. Something different about this that comes through is put. If we look back in our database, we've got the method set to put. If I switch that back to post, we'll reset this and submit it again. So what's the difference between put and post? It's just it's basically the same way that it submits across. Just some web services will require put for different types of actions. So this actually gives us the flexibility of specifying whether the submission is to be sent across as get, put, post, or delete, depending on your needs. In the last record, we're also going to do a post. This time we're going to switch the content type to XML, and here's a sample of the XML that gets sent. Post it, get a response back. Let's see what that looks like on the other end. Here's our body. There's the XML that was sent with the content type set to text/HTML. So if we take a look at how this is doing it, there's actually a web viewer that's off layout. Something that's interesting is, even though the web viewer is off layout, it's still going to work for us. It's still going to load. Since we're not displaying any HTML, we don't necessarily need it on the layout to display anything. It can just be off the side here doing our work for us. So if we look at the one record resources table that's going to hold the HTML that we're going to substitute in the little snippets that we need from the record to make this all work. This is going to run our Ajax JavaScript, get a response back. When it does get a response back, it's going to call this little bit here that sets a variable to an FMP URL that's going to specify the file that this is run from. In this case, it's Ajax post, and call a script called log response with the variable for the response that we get back from the server. We need to work with web services that we need to submit data to and then get a response back. We're going to capture it here, hand it off to a script in FileMaker, where we simply, in our record, we're going to log that response here. So go ahead and download the file. It's all free and open. There's no passwords or anything. You can get it from GitHub. Just click on the link, and hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching this video on Soliant TV. If you have any questions, please add a comment below.